Hi, welcome to this edition of Florida's Event Heroes, sponsored by the Florida Festivals and Events Association. I am Laura Reines, Special Events and Talent Coordinator for the City of West Palm Beach, and with me today is Maritza Rivera, Program Manager for the City of Clermont. Maritza is an event professional with over 15 years of experience making all kinds of events successful. Her passion is to serve others by using her creativity and sense of humor, along with attention to detail, by providing quality, award-winning events. She is currently employed by the City of Clermont and is also contracted with Orange County government. She can be found most days in Clermont, Florida, or undercover at Disney World. So, Maritza, thank you for taking time out of your Disney
Thank
excursions
you.
and
Yes, thank
meeting
you. It's
us.
hard.
Yes, I know. And meeting with us today so that we can find out why you are this week's Florida Event Hero. Um, Maritza, can you tell us a little bit about how Claremont looked in 2019?
So 2019, what I remember, because it's been such a rush of all kinds of things, we had pretty normal year, 8 signature events here for the city of Clermont, and we permitted over 200 events. So lots of things going on for 2019, and then came 2020.
And so then tell us a little bit how 2020 looked compared to 2019.
So our last event that we did completely the way it originally started was our Great Clermont Camp Out. And that was at the end of February. And we had about 50 families they came out to our waterfront park, which is our beautiful area here in Clermont, and brought their own tents. And we all spent the night together. And that was the last event that we were able to do all together. So it was a good memory.
That's good. You had that memory to keep you through the entire year of 2019. Okay, my partner in this series, Kristen Hicks, she's with the Riviera Beach CRA, and I have been discussing since we started these interviews a couple of months ago how blessed we feel to live in Florida, where it seems like events were able to get back in the groove quicker than other parts of the country. Do you feel the same being based there in Claremont? Were you able to get back faster than other parts of the country, the state, or slower maybe?
Oh yeah, no, we definitely went full force. We have completely taken down all of our COVID signs. We are still practicing a couple of small things, like we're making sure if we're in a gathered situation that we separate everybody 6 feet. So we're still doing that kind of thing. But most of our events are outdoors. So thankfully, we haven't had to worry about that. We've completely taken off all our mask recommended signs. So we no longer use those. And even in our city buildings, the rentals that we have in here, we have gone full capacity. So they're able to rent out the buildings and have as many people as capacity warrants. And we've removed all the signs off of our city buildings. So we're looking like we used to very quickly, as a matter of fact. I mean, it seemed like a big, long year, but everything's happened really quickly as of late.
And you guys are feeling back to normal, whatever that
Yes,
is.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. We're starting to get in the groove of things. A
that
little
is.
too normal, I think, because now we have our big 4th of July coming. And even though we've shortened the hours and we've removed some things like the kids areas,
Mhm.
and we've removed like a live band, we have a DJ now. So there's been some changes, but we're going full force and we expect there to be a lot of people, a lot.
I'm hearing that across the state. I think other cities are doing the same thing, and I believe everybody is expecting the same thing. A lot of people. I was just reading an article yesterday about Flagler Beach, and they pretty much pulled all of their programming. However, they still encourage people to come out and participate, and they expect pretty much the same amount of people because everybody just wants to get back out there. So,
Yep,
yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah, even me,
that's,
I want to get back out there.
we get back to Disney. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so in 2019, during the pandemic, when Claremont did have things, shut down to whatever level that was, what was the most unique thing that you did to make your event successful and stay relevant during the pandemic?
So I believe that FFEA was crucial and essential at that point in time. all those Zoom calls, I know we get sick of them, but they were essential in just kind of seeing what our community was doing. What was our neighboring city doing, or another city? How were they continuing? And just sharing ideas and just sharing our day to day was really, really important. And we were able to think outside the box. I know that's a big term now, but we were, and we were able to be creative and come up with some new ideas, which we're still going to implement in our program moving forward. So our big one, which I would say was the most unique, which was also the most successful, was we do a light up every year for our tree, our during the Christmas season, and we call it Light Up Clermont. And so this year we couldn't do it like we normally do. So we added a virtual aspect to it. And then we also added a static event where we had 40 trees that we supplied in one of our parks. And we had businesses come out and decorate each tree. And then we had daily visitors, and we had letters to Santa that Santa wrote back to every single child.
Wow.
And so that was really made it special. And I think people kind of forgot about the situation we were in. Plus, it lasted for a month. So it was just a great thing for people to come visit and still enjoy the holiday season. So that was a big one. And we also had our cookies and cocoa walk, which was new in our downtown area, so that the businesses could get some people to shop in there. And that was extremely successful. So that was two things that we're going to be adding to our program for Light Up Clermont.
Which is another thing I've been hearing from a lot of the different people I've been interviewing, that these unique ideas they came up with were so great that they're going to keep doing them in the future, regardless of how the conditions look in the world, just because people enjoyed them. And also people who couldn't come out, even maybe before the pandemic for whatever reason, were able to enjoy virtual elements. So the virtual tree lighting, that sounds incredibly awesome.
Yeah, it was
Wish
cool.
we thought of that. No, I'm kidding.
Well, you can check out our YouTube, Clermont YouTube. Just put it on the search box and you can find all those videos on there. So
Thank you, everybody. Good plug there for Clermont. Go to the YouTube channel and get some great ideas for your holiday events coming up. Next, our two-part question for you: was the city able to retain all of its staff throughout the pandemic? And secondly, how does your current event portfolio look like going forward? Will you continue with a few virtual elements, or a hybrid of both, or strictly just live?
okay, so we were able, thankfully, to keep all of our staff, and even some of our staff became remote, which weren't remote beforehand. We were able to make them remote so that we could all work together out of the office. We did get back into the building fairly quickly, so that was good. I couldn't wait. I can't live without structure. So it was not good for me to be with my children and husband at home all day, every day. No, not good. So I was
A lot of sympathizers out there, I'm sure.
I was looking forward to like the routine and the scheduling, and us as planners, that's what we live by. So we got back into the office fairly quickly and were able to share ideas together. We have a staff of 3 in our division, not including our part-time people that work in our parks. We have 3 full-time events people. So we were able to keep everybody, thankfully, and continue with our programs. And then for the second part of that, which was, remind me again?
Oh, it's okay. I'm so excited about keeping the staff, as we all are.
I know, really.
That's awesome. What does your current event portfolio look like? Are you going to go back to only live events? Keep some hybrid in there? I keep saying hybrid. Keep some virtual in there, or a hybrid of both?
So I think we're just gonna go back to the way that we used to do things, where we still do have video footage of each of our events that people are able to enjoy on their own at home, but not really call it a virtual event, just because it's, as you know, it takes a lot of work to do those virtual videos. So I think what we're going to do is just keep our events as they were prior to COVID, and have just an option to be able to watch a video footage of the event when it went on. So
Right. So with that being said, then the pandemic did force every planner pretty much to re-examine their rule book for how effective events are produced. What one new idea that you or your team came up with that you implemented going forward, can you share with your fellow FFPA members?
Well, we do like some of the ideas as far as precautionary measures with hand sanitizer and the separation of people when they're sitting. I think those are things that are just going to stay with us, especially with like the sanitizing of buildings when we use them before and after. That's just going to be one of those things that stays with us forever, probably.
I agree. And it's kind of common sense, especially if you have kids, like you said you did. I have them too. School season each year, everybody always got sick. So it's a good practice in general to wash your hands and sanitize and keep your hands off other people when you can. It just does, it makes sense. Completely agree with you on that one. Thank you. And I mean, anything else you have to share about what tell us just a little bit about maybe the next exciting event you have coming up.
So our next event is we're back at 4th of July,
Mhm.
and we are so excited about that. We also have our 9/11 ceremony, which will be live this year again. And we're super excited about that. And then we're moving forward with our Sips and Salsa event, which is going to be its third year. And it's going to be, everybody's just waiting, anticipating. That'll be in September. So we're looking forward to the full season.
Which is great. So, I mean, I typically ask everybody to end their interview on a positive note, and you've kept it positive this entire time, which is great. I mean, at the beginning of all this, we felt like everybody was going to be really down, and it's just not the case. Everybody is pumped. They're excited. They kept things going. I have yet to talk to one city or festival that had to lay off any staff. So the state of Florida in general is in really great shape and everybody is positive. However, if you could leave us with a final remark, some hope about the future and things, how you see things going.
I think things are going to be wonderful for event people. I think people that aren't in events, that took events for granted, now have a better understanding of how important events are in the world, period. So kudos to all of the event planners out there. You made it. We all made it. So we're looking forward to a new year, new ideas. Can't wait to see what we come up with. Can't wait to go to conference this year. Yay.
Absolutely.
So we're excited about that. And we far less bad times, just knowing what we know now, because we know we can cope. So there's nothing to be negative about. It's all positive moving forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maritza, for leaving us with those positive words about the future, for reminding everybody about conference coming up in August. We hope to see everybody there. And thank you for the outstanding work that you have been doing at Clermont and that you're going to be doing, and for just keeping that community engaged and positive during the end of these trying times. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. And I look forward to seeing all of you soon in person.
Yes, in person. Okay, on behalf of the Florida Festivals and Events Association, we thank you, our audience, for your time and hope you enjoyed today's discussion.